What's up, everybody? Welcome into another edition of Dose of OJ. I'm Josh. That's Owen. You can follow me on Twitter at Josh Barlog, JOSHBARLOG, and Owen on Twitter at Owen_Watterson with two T's. Don't forget that second T.
Don't forget the second T. And a change up of the ats. So Josh USN, you're safe now.
Yeah. I mean, we're not going to come after you anymore. So
We're not gonna mass report you anymore. It's okay, I promise. But if you forget that second T, we're gonna have some damn issues. Okay.
Yeah. So welcome in.
Issues.
I don't even know what number episode this is. Let's just call it 20. I have no clue.
19. You were close though. 19.
Okay.
I think.
So no, we have no idea. So I hope you guys enjoyed the last episode with Alex Valadez. We of course appreciate him coming on. We had a lot of fun with him, and we're trying to get Corey Easley on from Australia, because I have a lot of questions about Australia.
Former Australian basketball player, Corey Easley. Should be an interesting.
Wait, really?
Did you not know he played overseas in Australia?
No, I did not.
Yeah, he played basketball. I think he still does. I'm not 100% sure. But look forward to that interview.
We're going to try and have him on due to the time difference. It's probably going to be an interview that drops next week because of the time difference. He's 13 hours ahead. So, but nonetheless, look out for that. So we always like to start out with a non-sports related topic. Topic
Sounds like a candy.
Yeah.
Topic.
Yeah, let me get some of those. So the non-sports related topic today is
with the
exotic animals. And don't ask me why. Huh?
You said never mind. Just go ahead.
Exotic?
If you caught it, you caught it. It's just keep keep on rolling.
18 plus. So the question I want to ask you, Owen, is a lot of places exotic animals are not legal. Like, no chance.
Yeah.
However, there are places like Texas where they are legal. Like, there are more tigers in Texas than there are in the wild.
Wait, is that an actual fact?
I don't actually know. It's there's a lot in Texas though, that's for sure.
Okay.
So
I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, I know. I guess I should have fact checked before. But if the government came to you, knocked on your door, and was like, "Hey, listen, we're going to switch things up a little bit. If you want to have an exotic animal of any kind, go for it.
Go for it.
Just go for it. Like no issues. We'll split it with you. Like you pay half, we pay half. You know.
Yeah. Imagine the government paying half, huh?
Yeah. So
don't take us down, government.
Yeah. So that's my question. Like, if you could have any exotic animal in the world, what would it be?
So I'm not sure that this is considered exotic. So correct me if I'm wrong, because I might have a couple of backups on the mind.
Mm-hmm.
Is a fox considered an exotic animal?
So it's a wild animal. So I sure.
Yeah, because I don't know if you could have a fox as a pet. Because I feel like having a fox as a pet would be sick. And then I could cancel the "what does the fox say" people by actually figuring out what the fucking fox says.
He doesn't say anything. Stop asking. He doesn't speak English.
Something. Yeah, well, it definitely doesn't speak English, and it definitely don't say "ning ning." But fox would be my pick. But if you go first, you go for your first pick, because I'm gonna have to think of a backup.
So mine's a wolf.
Okay, see, that's a smart pick. But I feel like that would get dangerous at one point if you didn't train it right.
Come on.
You think so, though?
Yes.
What if you take off its claws? If you declaw it?
Either one, probably a little bit less dangerous.
I feel like I think you're underestimating how big a full-size wolf actually is, though.
No, I mean, I know they're gigantic. They're wild dogs, but that's why I want one, because they're wild dogs. And like, yeah. I'd be like, hey, and like, instead of, it would be so fun. Like, I would sell the house. I'd just go live in the wild. Me and my wolf guy, like, we would just.
What would be the name of your wolf? Because that's an important question.
Probably Alpha.
Alpha? That feels like a basic name for a
wolf.
No,
it's not. He's an alpha. He's the alpha of the wild.
Okay. But, I mean, is he, though? Because he's not technically
like,
in the wild.
What about like Frederick?
Frederick the Wolf.
Or like
That's
Wilbur or something.
That sounds like a 1860s book, Frederick the Wolf.
What about
some
Timber?
shit I'd have to Timber? Okay. It's not bad.
Sounds a little flamboyant.
Okay. If I had a fox, what would I name it? I had a fox. Owen Jr. Is that?
Oh my.
I'm bad with names. This is tough. I'm not
John Fox.
John. You got it. You got it. That's it right there. That's it right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Backup animal. Oh.
Dolphin.
Oh.
Dolphin.
I don't know. That's see, but you couldn't really keep a dolphin.
I'm building a pool.
That dolphin is gonna be real lonely though. But you go swim with it every day.
Yeah, I'll swim with it. Yeah. I'll quit my job and just swim with it.
Also, we set a date for the wedding the other day, by the way, and we were talking about the honeymoon, and we were talking about swimming with dolphins, and also we were talking about there's this place where we're going on our honeymoon, and I'm not going to say where because I like to keep some things private, but where we're going, there was
Austin, Texas.
I don't think you could swim with dolphins in Austin.
We're going to
Texas.
Salt Lake. It's going to be awesome.
We'll go to a Jazz game, and that's just it. That's the only thing there is to do. Yeah.
Babe, the Hornets are in Utah. We got to go.
That's gonna be my stop on my layover flight to where we're actually going. To go to Salt Lake City.
Babe, how romantic would it be if we went to Memphis?
Okay, but I know we were supposed to go to this place, but how does Nashville sound?
That would be pretty fun. I don't know.
It would be pretty fun. Anyways, where we were supposed to go, she was naming off all these attractions that were there. She was like swimming with sea turtles, swimming with dolphins, snorkeling, parachuting. I'm like, I want to do all of this shit. Right. I can be kind of stingy, but when it comes to especially experiences like that, when you're on your honeymoon, something that only is supposed to happen once.
I was gonna say like a honeymoon, like it's the one-time thing. If you do it right, it's a one-time thing.
If you do it right, and all the stuff, dude, all of it nonstop. I'm like, okay, yeah, I want that too. Yeah. Well, fuck it, we're just gonna do all of it. How does that sound?
Why not, dude?
My second one. What is the name? It's got to be a reptile. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say what are they called? The big ass lizards. The iguana.
Yeah, I believe it's an iguana.
There's a Komodo dragon. I want it. I want a Komodo dragon in a cage in my house.
Those things freak me the fuck out.
Really though? Yeah. See, okay. Do you like snakes? Are you afraid of snakes? Do you really? Because I like snakes. I fuck with snakes.
Deathly afraid of snakes.
See, April is too, and she refuses to let me get a pet snake. I just want a little ball python in my room. Dude, snakes are sick.
So there was a kid in high school that would always post pictures of him sleeping with his snake, and this kid was like 6'3".
Okay, that's weird though.
6'3". The snake was as big as him. And I'm like, bro, listen, that snake at any point in time could kill you. At any point in time.
The fact that we have a whole segment right now devoted to exotic animals and we haven't brought up Joe Exotic is not good. Is a type. Hey, all you cool cats and kittens! Yeah. It's Carol Baskins. Is a tiger anywhere in your realm of potential exotic animals?
It's number 3.
It's number 3?
It's number 3. Because the only reason why it's at number 3 is because it's been done already.
That is a popular exotic animal pick.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's been done.
What about a polar bear?
Oh, I mean, that would be sick. Just a bear in general. Those things are, I mean, they're fascinating.
A polar bear, okay, are polar bears, obviously.
They're one of the most vicious animals.
No way. Are you serious?
Yes. Yeah.
I just didn't know if they were as aggressive as bears that live in the woods, like a
The
black bear.
it's either it's a black or brown bear is the least like it's the least aggressive toward humans. I think it's the brown one. I'm probably wrong, but it's one of those two for sure. Shout out
I
Joe
wish they
Rogan
would have
for that knowledge.
I wish they would have decided to name these bears something at least a little bit more different from each other instead of just using the color of their fur.
What about a
Because
panda?
a panda. Oh, a panda would be a good one. I could grow some bamboo in my backyard and just go outside and watch my panda eat bamboo all day.
Get a banjo or not a banjo? Oh, Jesus.
A banjo and a panda.
Get a ukulele and just just hang
Go
out.
sit by the bamboo while your panda's eating and just play some of the uke, bro.
Yeah.
Just spam some uke. Okay, moving on from exotic animals. Moving into favorite trends, your new favorite segment on Dose of OJ. I'm going to go first because I think this trend is pretty cool. My favorite trend of recent, relatively new trend, Mac Brown, head coach of the University of North Carolina, just landed the number one cornerback in the entire class of 2021. I believe it is Tony Grimes. He's a 5-star corner, the number 6 overall player in ESPN's 300, and the number 1 corner in the country. So big get for Mac Brown and company. I knew that he would make an impact on that program pretty quickly, but I didn't think it was going to be this fast.
So I have bad thoughts about North Carolina football.
It's also their second 5-star commitment of the 2021 class.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I hope somebody starts competing with Clemson.
And he picked them over Georgia, Ohio State, and Texas A&M. So, and their other 5-star was Keyshawn Silver, and they're obviously they're 2 5-stars. Both of their 2 top commitments. I don't have a whole lot more to say about it, but I was really iffy about Mac Brown when he went. Obviously a legend at Texas. If I wasn't a South Carolina fan, I might be a Texas fan. Hook 'em. But I think I just did that wrong. Hook 'em. I don't even know how to do the hand thing, and I got a Jamal Charles jersey in my closet. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. That I got in Austin. But nonetheless, I think it is showing big signs of improvement so much quicker than I expected. And I gotta get a hands up to him and say good job.
So, do you, as a South Carolina fan, do you hate North Carolina?
No. I mean, North Carolina's never really been good at football, but the last time we played them, they beat us. So I do feel some type of way. I think that was Mac Brown's first game as the North Carolina head coach too, was against South Carolina, and they beat us in Charlotte. So misery.
Sorry,
misery. The border wars. Also, South Carolina fans, I'm done. I'm done playing at the Panther Stadium in Charlotte. We lose every time we go. I'm done. It's always miserable in some shape or form. Either somebody gets hurt or we lose, and I'm just done with it. Done with it. What's your favorite trend, Josh?
So this isn't necessarily my favorite, and I'm not going to lie. I had a really funny one. My favorite part of my day is when I go through Twitter and I see a trend, and it literally makes me laugh out loud. It's the highlight of my day. It's awesome.
Understandable.
I had it yesterday, and I should have just kept it. I should have earmarked it for this, but I didn't. So this isn't my favorite trend, but I want to bring this up. Madden was trending for the wrong reasons. People are pissed about Madden.
That's because EA is a garbage company. That's why. Screw EA.
So let me preface this conversation by saying that I was a giant NHL franchise fan. I've been playing the NHL series since 2007.
Mm-hmm.
And until I got into EASHL, which is the online hockey league that you can form a team and whatever, it's actually a really good time. But up until then, I really didn't care what was on with what went with the game. I was just I'm just gonna get a new one because the rosters and maybe there's a new team, the expansion team and the whole thing. So then I got into this ESHL, and I really started paying attention to these things in the game. Okay, well, if you backskate slower, so it favors the offense, and there's a way to score damn near every time, and it's just not fun. I really started paying attention to that, but let me tell you, we would always have conversations. It'd be like, dude, this game sucks. I'm never buying it again. And then 2 days later, it's like, bro, did you see that new video about the new NHL? I can't wait to get it. And it's the same game
cycle every time,
single year.
And it's going to take a massive amount of people to say we're not buying it for them to actually get their stuff together. Because it's not just Madden, it's not just NHL, it's all of them. Okay. Madden, NHL, FIFA, they're all of their games. All they are worried about is the game modes that make them money.
And you know what's crazy?
That is it.
You know what's crazy? It's funny that you just said game modes because this was my second point. So, like, I don't know the exact years, but NHL specifically was NHL 14. There was a practice mode, and you could go around and like learn the new deeks that they implemented. And then NHL 15, there was no practice mode. Like, you couldn't play it. You couldn't play practice mode. You had to actually play a game. And then NHL 16, they start advertising it, and it's like, dun, 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 new EA Sports NHL brand new practice mode, and you're like, that was fucking in there already. You just brought it back.
EA has done the same thing with FIFA countless times.
Oh my God.
FIFA has a game mode called career mode, right? I'm huge into it. Mm-hmm. I always have been, and it has a massive, and I mean massive fan base. FIFA has a massive fan base. It's probably their most globally spread game, if I were to guess. But if it doesn't involve Ultimate Team, if it doesn't involve that ching, they don't care. Career mode has been the same for the past 5-6 years. Everybody got all pissed off about it last year in FIFA 19. EA promised they would make changes. You know what they did? They added cutscenes.
Oh my!
They added more customizable characters, which they should have had already.
Yeah.
The loading screens, the in-game menus themselves looked exactly the same. It was just copy and paste.
Let me tell you though, I don't care about the in-game menus. You could put all of the options on a plain black screen.
Well, as in-game menus, I meant everything looks exactly the same because they've added nothing new.
So I want to bring this back to Madden though, because I did scroll through some tweets. Now, I'm not the biggest Madden franchise fan. I think the last one I had was like Madden 17, something like that.
I played a lot of Madden 20, especially early on.
So
I haven't played it in a while.
So here's my thing. You know what I really think that they take advantage of, EA Sports? Really any sports game?
Mm-hmm.
When I watched hockey, I wanted to play. When I watch baseball, I want to play MLB The Show. When I watch football, I'm like, oh, man, David Montgomery had a game today. I want to do that in the game. I turn on the console, and I'm in Madden. And I play it just to scratch that itch. And that's really what I think they take advantage of.
They take advantage of the fact that teams change every year, to be honest. Because if teams didn't change every year,
yeah,
nobody would buy the new games. All it is a couple of new things here and there with some things cut out and updated rosters.
Yeah.
That's it for the most part. And EA gets away with it all the time. And I hope EA gets bankrupted by somebody. I don't care. I wish I could make a call to Jeff Bezos and say, hey, just buy EA. And then make him go bankrupt.
Can you imagine?
Because he could afford that.
Yeah, that's just that's pocket change for him. But yeah, I mean, I'll finish this segment with EA. Obviously, I can't play video games right now, but if I could, I would wait until I could buy a used copy, just to save some money. I'm not going to give you $60.
They go down in price so much after the first couple months. NBA 2K right now is like $15.
Yeah,
so it's really late in the cycle, but still.
Yeah, but like, so if you were like, okay, the game just came out at $60, but if you wait a month, it'll be $50. If you wait 2 months, it'll be $40, which are sometimes the case. Like you can go to eBay or whatever and find them. If you're telling me that I'm going to miss a couple months of gameplay and save $20, I'm doing it.
Especially if I'm not too excited about the game anyway, because it hasn't changed.
Right.
Moving on to breaking news, sort of, that was breaking that we couldn't get to Monday because, of course, the one time we record early, breaking news happens on Sunday night. Yeah, that's how it goes, people. So here we are talking about Cam Newton to the New England Patriots. Breaks my heart. It's going to pain me to see him in another jersey.
Are you going to buy a Newton Patriots jersey?
No, I will not. I will never don Patriots colors ever in my life. Those cheating bastards will never receive any money from me ever.
Dude, I loved. We'll get into Cam Newton, but I loved like in school when I was younger, and it really started in middle school when I would see people walk around school like not in a Bears jersey. I'd be like, try and tell me that you've been a Patriots fan your whole life. Try and tell me, because you haven't. You're a fucking liar. You grew up in Waukegan.
I do that a lot too. I do that a lot too because, around here, obviously I live in South Carolina, there's no pro sports teams, and you got Atlanta below us, and then you got Charlotte above us. Charlotte's a little bit closer. I'd say it's maybe 45 minutes, and that's really only because of traffic. If there was no traffic, especially when all this COVID stuff started, you could get to Atlanta maybe 20 minutes longer than you would to Charlotte. But Charlotte, to me, first off, I hate Atlanta. I hate that city. It's dirty. I don't know. I just have a beef with Atlanta, really for no reason. I'm never there. So, don't come at me. But I'd see people walking around with Golden State jerseys on, Patriots jerseys, Steelers jerseys. Like, I get if your family, made you suffer through being born into this fan base, but these teams are like 100 miles away, if that. Why? So I'm a big supporter of supporting the people that are close to you.
Well, so
I like the underdog.
It's funny though that you kind of say like I'm a big supporter of the people close, because here in Illinois, you'll find the occasional University of Illinois fan, athletics, but pretty much everybody is Ohio State or Michigan.
Which side of the tree do you fall on?
Kansas.
So Rock Chalk, baby?
Rock Chalk, baby. Kansas is because my brother went there. And like, so
okay.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I have a reason, right? Like, I've been there. Like, I've been there. These people who are like, yeah, I'm a Georgia Tech fan. You're like, okay, well, like, what's the story there? Oh, yeah, I don't know. I just randomly picked him in NCAA football 14, and I've just been riding with him ever since. You're like, okay.
To be fair, I have a friend that decided with another person that didn't follow through on the deal that they were just going to be Ole Miss fans. And that was like our freshman year of high school, and my boy's still riding Ole Miss colors till the day that he dies. So respect,
props, I guess.
He's a massive Bo Wallace fan. Shout out to those boys at Ole Miss. Also cheating bastards. But Cam Newton is going to a situation with arguably the best coach of all time. Won a whole lot of things. By far has a better resume than anything Cam has ever seen. Also one of the best coordinators in the league, and Josh McDaniels, if you ask me. Kind of suspect in the way he's handled a couple situations, but as far as his football ability, it's definitely there. But he doesn't have a lot of weapons. We were talking about this on the stream earlier. Julian Edelman is 34, coming off some injuries, and N'Keal Harry is young. They didn't draft a running back. They still have Sony Michel and James White, I think, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I think so. They didn't draft a running back. They drafted 2 tight ends. I really think the running game was a situation they needed to fix. Tom Brady, that really hurt him last year. Tom Brady is used to not having the greatest receivers in the world, especially of late, but not having a running back to lean on, I think really is to attribute for a lot of their mishaps last season in New England. So I'm excited to see Cam. Not so much in a Patriots jersey, but I feel like he's going to get the best opportunity to succeed right now in New England.
Yeah, I made this point on stream. I think it's an unbelievable signing for New England. And, if he plays, great. You'll reap the rewards of Cam Newton's talent. If he doesn't, you'll still get his football IQ with Jared Stidham. So it's really, look, if he gets hurt, here's the thing. If he gets hurt, and God forbid, because never want anybody to get hurt, especially Cam Newton. I actually really enjoyed watching him play. You only lose $1 million.
Just chump change to them. Really, if we're being honest.
For any NFL franchise, it's nothing.
To be fair, this is something I didn't mention on the stream earlier. I haven't looked exactly at all the incentives, but from everything that I've read, Cam Newton's contract, although not worth a lot of money, is very, very heavily incentives based.
Yeah, because if he doesn't meet any incentive, he's going to get $1.5 million or $1.05 million. If he hits all of them, It maxes out at like 7.5 or 7.
Okay, now how high do you think their ceiling is now with Cam Newton as far as win totals go with Jared Stidham or with Cam Newton?
Do you know offhand what their win total is? Like what their projected win total is? You don't have to look it
I
up. I don't know.
I don't know off the top, but I think it was somewhere around 7 or 8 wins.
Okay, let's just say it's 8. Would you take the over or under?
With Cam?
See, but we don't know. That's the thing. Like,
Okay,
we have no idea.
Are we talking about taking the over or under after they added Cam Newton, whether he starts or not?
Okay, let's to make this easier for you. Let's say Cam Newton starts and he stays healthy.
I'm taking the over 100%. I think they can win 12 games if Cam Newton stays healthy all season.
Wow.
And they'll win the AFC East again. Also, Josh Allen was the best quarterback in the AFC East for like 3 months.
I would take.
I had to put that out there.
I would take that. I would take the over if Cam Newton started and stayed healthy, but I don't necessarily think that they would win 12 games.
I think the defense is going to carry them throughout the season. Cam Newton is
last year.
Defense did carry them last year, but Cam Newton is used to working with great defenses. I think Cam thrives off of defensive energy.
This feels like. You know what this feels like? This feels like the Bears.
This feels like the 2015 Carolina Panthers, where Cam Newton had an outstanding defense and absolutely no weapons.
This feels like the
with
Bears.
Something to prove. It does feel like the Bears, though. I get that.
I'll tell you why this feels like the Bears. For anybody listening who you're like, wow, you're stupid. The Bears are nowhere near the New England Patriots. It feels like the Bears because Cam Newton is the guy who's coming in experienced and competing with the young quarterback. They have a great defense, questionable on the offense. That's exactly how this feels. I think New England's going to be – I think they're going to have a better record than the Bears will, though.
Do you think they're going to win the AFC East?
Ooh.
Sorry if you hear me blowing, by the way. I have a pesky-ass fly roaming around my room. I apologize.
So, that's hard. Can I plead the fifth on that?
That's what she said. Can you plead the fifth on that? No, I need you to give an answer. You're not allowed to plead the fifth. I'm going to say on the spot. So do you think the Bills still win?
Yeah, I think they got better.
Whew, that's.
I'm not a Bills stand over here. I'm just saying.
I respect the take. I do. I definitely think they got better. I really like Sean McDermott and what they're doing over there. They're definitely moving in the right direction, whether they win the division or not this year. But yeah. I'm sure Josh Allen is feeling angry. And the Bills organization as a whole, Tom Brady finally leaves, and the Jets and the Dolphins. Tom Brady finally leaves, and now you got a former league MVP coming in with a lot to prove.
A lot of uncertainty, though. A lot of uncertainty. I know you're a Cam Newton fan.
I'm telling you, I know you said it sounded eerily similar to the Bills, but listen to me, right? This defense in New England is going to be fantastic. The best player on defense in 2015 for the Carolina Panthers, Josh Norman at corner. Josh Norman at corner had his best season by far, I think. You got Stephon Gilmore, best defensive player. And the defense has nothing to do with Cam Newton. Well, I don't know. I got to go with Luke Kuechly over Josh Norman. I'm talking out my ass. But on the offensive side of the ball, older running back. Well, Sonny Michel's not old. James White is, but Sonny Michel's a different breed. Not a lot of weapons, older receivers. You got a lot to prove, and nobody believes in you. It reminds me a lot of 2015 for the Panthers.
I'm just saying
it really does.
The uncertainty surrounding Cam Newton's health is still going to be there.
Oh, 100%.
Until he plays a game, and because there's going to be people, wow, he's practiced, he looks great. Yeah. But that's awesome. I'm really happy for Cam Newton that he's going to look great in practice. He's going to look great in training camp. But game speed, contact, I want to see it. I want to see that. And then I will sit here and tell you that the Patriots are going to win X amount of games with Cam Newton.
That's fair. We're going to move on to what I am now dubbing off the top of my head our COVID wrap-up, because half of our topics all the time relate to the stupid virus. Yeah. Minor league baseball is officially canceled. Those guys, I'm sure a lot of them are hurt for money and upset because, minor league baseball, a lot of these guys are working for not a lot of money, trying to make their dreams happen, and something that is completely out of the control just comes and takes it away from them. So I feel for these guys, but I understand that the MLB probably had to do this.
Yeah, so man, I'm not gonna lie, like I don't want to get soft here or anything. That's what she said, but um this like legitimately makes me sad because when I worked for a Frontier League team, and I reached out to the commissioner about an hour ago once the news broke to see what their plans were. But I mean, these guys make $700 a month in the Frontier League. In minor league baseball, they make $400 a week. Look, man, whether you're playing in the Frontier League or you're playing in AA, AAA, like this is you live and breathe baseball. Like you're suffering.
You have to.
You're suffering through all of these conditions and making, for lack of a better, you're making shit money to try and get to the next level and fulfill your dream. And, there were guys, man. Look, I spent a lot of time building relationships with players when I was a broadcaster, and there were guys like they're literally like they have tears in their eyes when they if they get cut. They're like, I know that's it. I gotta go sell cars, or I gotta go find a 9 to 5 and do something. Like it's legitimately sad. And unfortunately, this situation is even worse because it's out of their control. Like,
yeah,
there could
as
be
with
guys,
most things that are happening because of this virus.
Yeah, I mean, look, when someone got cut back then, it was, I'd feel for the guy, of course, wish him well, stay in touch, blah blah. Going through the motions, but like that guy got cut because he's not good in the field, or he strikes out too much, or he spent too much time, not on baseball activity. But this, it's like a single A pitcher, a double A pitcher has to sit there and go, do I really have the ability to focus on continuing my physique, continuing my skill with baseball, even though I'm not making any money, and I don't know what the future holds for me. I have no idea. So, like that, this is really tough, and the mood has really dampened on this podcast right now. But it's reality, man. Like I can't imagine getting a call. And dude, a lot of these guys are just getting cut. Like the season has ended for them; it's canceled. But for some of the guys, it's like, okay, well, I'm out the money. I'll go get a job. I'll go do some temporary stuff, or maybe they can even get by until February, March of next year. But for a lot of these guys, it's like that's it. It's over.
Yep, and that's the case with a lot of things. With the NBA too. Marv Albert, very famous announcer, decided he was going to sit out the bubble. Josh, you said how old he was before we started.
79.
Which blows my mind. So very reasonable for him not to want to go down there. I completely understand that. It's going to suck not having his presence, especially with the lack of crowd noise. The announcers are really going to have to step up their game in order to keep everybody entertained, and I'm sure they all know that. So I'm excited to see what unfolds, what the NBA is going to do as far as presentation goes. Adam Silver also said that the NBA is still on track to return. I got to say it. What are you laughing about?
I was just thinking. So as a broadcaster, a former broadcaster, I should say, I've broadcasted in
current podcaster.
Current podcaster. It sounds a little nicer. I've broadcasted in very, very empty arenas. And my volume hasn't changed. Like it never changed. But I'm just picturing like if let's just say I know they're not playing, but let's say the Bulls are playing. It's like, what if they brought it down to golf level? Like,
what a three! Like LeBron James to tie the game.
Zach LaVine moving the ball. Wow, what a move to the left.
Moves the ball past half court.
He goes, yes, Lauri Markkanen, what a shot! Unbelievable. Wow, look
outstanding
on that ball.
And now they run back on defense.
Sorry. I had to lighten the mood a little bit, and that would or just a huge slam dunk like LeBron moving to his right gets a
Good golly, Miss Molly. What a dunk that is.
What a slam by LeBron James.
Can we stop talking in golf? Oh, my goodness, man. Let's get to trivia. Let's do trivia.
Okay, so the last episode was a little bit different. Alex was in charge of the trivia question. I got it right. I did have the first chance. Would you have gotten that right?
No, I wouldn't have. Because I guessed, remember? I guessed, and I was wrong.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah, because he was like, oh, yeah, well, let's give him a shot. So this is – I brought it back to the NBA because for some reason, Vince Carter was on my mind today.
Shout out Vince Carter, man.
Yeah, man, an absolute G. So my question to you, in the year 2000 was when Vince Carter did the infamous arm through the rim slam dunk during the 2000 dunk contest.
Mm-hmm.
Where was that All-Star game?
Bruh.
This is important. I'll step back and I'll tell you why it's important, but so you can think.
Okay. Why is it important?
I was going to give you a chance to think, so I wasn't interrupting you.
I'm thinking.
But in the meantime, LeBron dribbles up the court. Steph Curry, also on the bench. A little bit injured, but he looks great. Did you see that Instagram post he posted yesterday? His kids are adorable. Posts up the shot, and it's good. Unbelievable shot.
Okay. I'm getting my thinking straight. I'm gonna start thinking out loud. Okay. The likeliest possibility, as far as probability goes.
You can give me the city.
Okay. I'm going to go with the California city just because I feel like there's the most likely possibilities because of how many teams are or have been there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. I'm not going to guess LA. That feels too obvious.
Mm-hmm.
And Sacramento seems lame, so I'm going to say Oakland.
Fuck. That's right. So
what is it actually? Yeah. Are you serious?
Yeah. So the reason that's important is because in 1999 there was no All-Star game because of the work stoppage. So they brought it back. They brought it back in 2000 and they put it in Oakland.
Interesting.
So it's 7-5.
Also, I've watched all of that dunk contest. Mm-hmm. Legendary dunk contest. That arm, arm to the rim.
Dude, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I just thought of it. Like, I think the Raptors, I don't know if they wear them anymore or if they like as a retro, but they need to bring back the two-sided jerseys, the purple in the front, black on the back. They got to bring those back. Those are sick.
The ones that Vince used to wear.
Yes. Yeah.
They wore those this past season.
Oh, really? All the time, or just a couple times?
They had the whole throwback court and everything.
No shit.
Yeah, the whole throwback court with the Velociraptor on it, the red one.
Yep.
Yeah. They had the Nike. Oh, dude, they were slick too. They were slick. They had purple and white. It was wow. They were beautiful.
I missed it. That sucks.
It does suck, but I'm sure they'll come back because they were a fan favorite. But as always, guys, thank you for tuning in to Dose of OJ. What is the score on trivia now?
7-5.
7-5. 7-5.
Yep.
7-5. We always appreciate you tuning in, guys. As always, I'm Owen Watterson. That's Josh Barlog at Owen_Watterson at Josh Barlog _Barlog at
Nope.
Josh Barlog.
At Josh Barlog.
At Josh Barlog. Don't forget it. No longer mass reporting Josh USN. So if you guys enjoyed the episode, please don't forget to subscribe, like, rate, wherever you guys are listening. It helps us out a lot, and we really appreciate it. But if not, we will see you guys on Friday.